Hey everyone, it's Tanya at Move Deeply. Today I have for you a somatic exercise called the arch and flatten. So we're going to break it down piece by piece, and this helps to really relieve tension in your low back and relax your abdominals and bring your spine back to its natural curve. So if you do a lot of standing or sitting in your work, you'll have either maybe more of a curving spine or a flattened spine. And this exercise is great for either of those problems, and it can also ease pain in sciatica and reduce the pressure on your discs if you have some spinal disc problems. So we'll be exploring that at a nice and slow pace, and if you like this exercise, you can head over to my other video for low back release that I'll link at the end of this video. And we use this exercise and a few others to help release and realign the back body. So get into something comfortable and find something nice and soft to lie down on, the carpet or a yoga mat, and we'll get started. Okay, so first we're going to get down onto the mat, nice and easy. Just bring your elbows down first and slowly slide them away from you as you come down onto your back. This will help to bring your shoulders nice and flat against the floor. Now just slide your legs out long and just take a moment here to feel your body against the floor and notice where your back is in relation to the floor. Maybe it's feeling a little tight. Is it rounding away from the floor a fair bit? Or maybe it's pressing down. We're not changing anything right now. We're just checking it out and seeing how things feel. And now we'll just slowly turn our feet towards the ceiling so that our legs are all in line, and then bring our feet up to the mat to be in a bent knee position. Now bring your hands to your belly, and we'll do a few deep belly breaths here to help relax the abdominals and also just get a feeling for breathing lower into our body, into our diaphragm, as something that often happens over time is that we start to breathe really high up in our lungs, especially if we have a lot of tension. So placing your hands just on your stomach, we'll take a deep breath in through the nose, filling the belly underneath your hands, and then exhale through your mouth slowly. And inhale through the nose. And exhale. One more time, inhale. And just hold it there for a moment. And then exhale all the way out. Okay, perfect. So bring your hands on either side of you with your palms facing down. Just make sure they're not hiked up right next to your body. Give them about a foot or so away from you in a way that feels like your arms and your body is relaxed. And now we'll just focus on the sensation of our pelvis in the floor. You will probably feel a bony part of your pelvis, that's the sacrum, sitting on the floor, and then below that is your tailbone. So we're going to take a deep breath in into our bellies, and as we do that, we'll start to draw the tops of our hips away from our ribs and begin to press into the sacrum, the bony part, and roll towards the tailbone, keeping your bum on the mat. Try to keep all of the body relaxed while we do this. Just arching the spine away from the floor. And once you feel like you're about as far as you can go, we're not pushing ourselves, just being nice and gentle. We'll start to very slowly, to a count of 8, breathing normally, just release the spine back to neutral. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just let it relax completely. And we'll do that again. Inhale. Start to arch away from the floor, rolling up to your tailbone, just pressing gently. And then slowly start to release in 8, 7, 6, keep breathing, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Just breathe naturally here. And we'll do that one more time just to get the handle of it. Inhaling through the belly, drawing the hips away from the ribs, rolling through the sacrum onto your tailbone. And slowly release that. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So now we're going to be doing the reverse of that. So on our next exhale, first take a deep breath in through your belly. And exhale, start to draw your tips of your hips towards your ribs, pressing your low back into the floor to get rid of all that space. And focus on relaxing your abdominals here, like your rectus abdominis, which is the big sort of sit-up muscle, and we're just activating the transverse abdominis here. It's like a muscle that goes like a cummerbund across your belly. And now slowly release that to neutral in 8, 7, 6, breathing naturally, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and fully relax. And inhale. And exhale, press your low back into the mat. Get rid of all that space. It's sort of like you're tucking your tailbone, but we're trying not to squeeze the way we normally would if we were going to do that, if that makes sense. So just make sure your glutes aren't activating at all. You can just give them a feel. And if you want, it can be helpful to place your fingertips on your the tops of your hips and the bottom of your ribs as we start to slowly release. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just keep your hands there and inhale. Exhale, start to press down and start to feel your hips slowly draw up towards your ribs as you press. And then slowly release, breathing naturally. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, great. Now if you want to keep your hands here, it can be really helpful for doing the first round of the full combination of these two exercises. So just finding that top of your hip bone and the bottom of your ribs. We'll take a deep breath in and start to arch our backs. Rolling onto the tailbone, drawing the hips away from the ribs. Your hands will start to separate along with that. And then slowly start to release, breathing naturally. Nice and slow. The slower the better. And relax. Take one cycle of breath here. And inhale. Exhale, slowly press your spine into the mat, drawing your hips towards your ribs. And slowly release that. Okay, now if you aren't doing it already, try closing your eyes, as this can really help to bring your attention internally in your body and really bring your focus onto your spine on our next round here. So close your eyes and inhale, start to arch away. And then release slowly. Back to neutral. Take a cycle of breath. You can release your hands back to the floor here now. And inhale. Exhale, press into the spine. And slowly release that. And relax. And we'll do that one more time. Inhale, arch. And exhale, slowly release. Relax. Take a cycle of breath. And inhale. Exhale, press down to your low spine. And slowly release that. Now slowly let your legs come out long again. And just lie here, noticing if your spine feels a little bit different. I know mine feels a little bit closer to the ground now. I tend to have an arched spine when I walk around and do things. So this helps to reset mine to not be as compressed that way. So now we'll just slowly, lazily start to roll over. You always want to take your time standing back up from any of these exercises because your body's been resetting, and if we jump back up really quickly, it can kind of undo some of the stuff that we did. So press into your hand and slowly come up to seated. And you're welcome to start coming to standing now. And just over the next few minutes, maybe spend a bit of time walking around and just noticing if you feel any different as you walk. Perhaps you'll feel a little bit taller, longer, but a little bit less pressure in your back. And now is actually a great time to just go for a walk or do some other activities just to see if your body is functioning a little bit differently and maybe a bit more efficiently. And the more you do this, the more you'll start to notice the difference. So I encourage you to try doing it every day if you can, but definitely a few days a week. And especially if you're just starting to do this and you do have some back tension that you're trying to deal with, trying to do it for a few days in a row will really help you notice that difference. So if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. And if there's anything you'd like me to cover in terms of parts of the body, I'm happy to do so. You can always head over to my website at movedeeply.com and drop me a line there. And also be sure to check out my other videos to help you release tension and relax your body. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time. Keep moving deeply.